Weight on my shoulder. Sunlight slipping through the blind. Fresh air, clear mind. Yesterday tried to bring me down, but I ain't wearing yesterday's firm. You'll still do it, you're still loud, but I don't let it run my route. I move easy, step by step. No heavy thoughts up in my chest. People rushing, chasing gold. Hearts too young.
Cheers, y'all. Runts, Bodega Boy Deuce's cart on the medium heat. Let's go.
That's my goal. Carefree heart, I let it flow. Sky living in my mind. No change, no fears. I'm just vibing with the ride. Carefree heart, feeling light. Even in the darkest night, the world turns cold and warm. I still strive.
What the fuck?
I don't flex, I don't compete. I just move the power beat. Lost before, learn the game. Now I smile through the rain. They ask how I stay so calm. When pressure knocking on my door strong. It's simple, I just breathe. Let it play. No fake.
I got it. You got it? That was crazy. Come here, boo-boos. Not much, man. Hey. Listen to me. Hey. Hey. Listen to me, dude. Hey. Hey, dude. Come here. Hey. One more. No more, dude. You want to get down? What do you want to do? That's trash, dude. I got you, boo-boos. What am I smoking on? I was smoking on some runts. We're about to go on some lemon cherry gelato to the bong. And then we also have watermelon haze as well. And we got sativa at the watermelon haze. We got indica, believe, lemon cherry gelato. And then runts. Of course, O2 runts. That's what we were smoking on. Bodega Boys, Deuce's cart. What up, Gunner? Good to see you. We have my bone. Tsunami glass. Keep it in rotation. Let's give my boy 9 months, man. Chillin' villain. Um, Night Sesh gelato. King Louis. Hey, King Louis is an OG strain. Yeah, it is one of my favorite strains. I'm gonna be practicing for the disc golf tournament coming up. You'll be playing a new course tomorrow. See something real quick if they're open. Is that tobacco? And negative. It is good and blessed medical marijuana. Legal. Local and live from Kansas City, Missouri. Hey yo, let's go. All the way from Fort Gibson, Oklahoma. Let's go. Uh. Okay, so I won't be able to go there. And so we'll play. Guess we'll play that one in as well.
This one for the women. Different type of glow.
How much water is in there? Enough. I'll say that much. Okay. I guess. Ba 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 ba. Hot mama, hot mama, hot mama. You like the who?
Beautiful women, divine energy, more than faith. Their legacy, strength and smile, fire and eyes, heaven and motion when they glide by. Beautiful women.
If you like that, then you're gonna like this. Give me a second.
Soul to soul, shine from the mind, from the heart, from city lights to small town dreams. They balance in life like tightrope beams. Boss in the office, calm at home, carrying weight like solid stone. Scars that they hide behind makeup. Stories deeper than we'll ever know. Every struggle shaped their flame. That's why respect comes with their name. They don't beg for validation. They command the conversation. Beauty layer, not skin deepest in the promises they keep. Bridge come powerful, not fragile. Now we.
Got that as a gift. Yeah, that. All right, y'all. Cheers, lemon cherry gelato. Let's go. You guys ready for a hit? I don't have any liquid to quench into my thirst stuff. So, cheers, y'all. Hey, stop beating up your bed, dude. This is the last time I'm telling you. I'm literally gonna put it up. You've got to stop it. You're being a very, very, very bad boy today. A very, 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 very bad boy today. You're still my baby boy, but you're being a bad... Hey, back up. You're being a bad boy. I don't think this dude. I love him to death, but... can't be doing the things that he does. Cheers, everybody. What up, holographic? How you doing, brother? Very, very, very good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Hopefully you are doing well.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 2025 Oklahoma Open coverage presented by Underpar and covered by Disc and Deals. Commentary today by the Toss-Up crew, myself, Jacob Grannon, and joining me is Taylor Noriega.
I am very excited to do this for the first time and ever getting a chance to watch some of the top local soak as well. I'm very excited. I heard they played in bad conditions. I'm more looking forward to that. I'm excited.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see how these guys did. Shout out to the sponsor.
He's just a natural talent.
If you're looking for your next disc golf challenge,
He's just a
look no further. Hole 1. Getting into this one, it's going to be 285 feet right through just a gap of trees. The hole is not going to play this way today. This drone footage is beautiful, and the hole is not going to play just to play it. But as you're going to see, this drone footage is beautiful, and this is the ideal conditions to play it. But as you're going to see in just a moment, it is not what these guys got to play in.
and it's coming in at an 8
Welcome to your first round of the 2025 Oklahoma Open, brought to you by Night at the Par Apparel and Inverness Golf. This is the feature card in the MPO division. First on the team, from Superior, Oklahoma, Matt Bell.
Yo, Matt Bell. Fucking dinked it, bro.
From San Antonio, Texas, Logan White.
Interested to see how this guy plays the hole.
Bam. Alright, you guys. Gotta come back.
It would be easy to get a favorable kick.
Third on the team, from Chicago, Texas, Zach Nash.
Spin king.
so smooth. It's the smoothest until it hit that tree.
You guys ready for a rip skis?
City, Oklahoma,
As you can hear, he's got
Cheers,
his own
cheers,
fans
cheers.
there supporting him today.
And if you know anything about boats in this game, if there is a gap, he's hitting it 9 times out of 10.
Yeah, hit. Yeah,
Got a little turn to it. It's
Good hit.
From Tulsa, Oklahoma, Jay Lowen.
hero. I'm super excited to watch this guy play. Keep in mind, he started 3 years ago and has made a name for himself.
Fico? What is Fico? That is the first time I'm ever hearing that word.
not like a 10-19 shot, but
Also, if you guys have any song recommendations, right? Any songs that you guys want to listen to besides Little Uzi, right?
there's a lot of thorns back.
Comment it down below, and I got you.
I mean, rough and it caught a little roll and kind of rolled away.
You may not hear some audio on some parts of this footage, but the rain decided to come down intermittently. So just keep that in mind. If the audio cuts out, it will come back.
RSO, yes, absolutely. I'm not gonna lie, I actually really like RSO. I do not mind it whatsoever. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Right stuff on the rough, and yeah, just got to pitch that one up.
RSO
Take
is
it hard on the worst.
it's a good feeling,
This is a known opportunity.
but what I Would I like use it for my pain? Probably not. But like if I didn't have flour and I didn't have concentrate and I wanted to at least feel something, most definitely RSO. It really doesn't give me that much like as it should. Um, but it did its thing. So I would recommend it. Absolutely. Absolutely. Lizard.
Never seen him play with this talented of
Okay, cool. This is the one that I wanted.
these guys take on Post Oak. Very fun course to play if you guys are ever
I need to.
never seen him play with
I need to do. So I'm in Fort Gibson, Oklahoma. Tulsa, Oklahoma is where I'm gonna be at in a little bit, in here in the next couple weeks, and I need to be like really in tune with
starting here with Matt Bell, who's our current leader at 20 down from Sperry, Oklahoma. He had a scorcher
for my disc golf tournament.
If you guys have not checked out that coverage.
I enjoy Cavs Frozen.
And James, who was leading after round one, had a bit of a struggle in the second round, but looking to tap.
We got GT Hancock here. He also kind of struggled on the back nine of round two, but it was good enough to
Yeah, no, I might even bring that in here. Speaking of that,
Coverage from Elijah Clear, at least for this tournament. Haven't seen
so I have a question. Okay, so I have this wall right here, right?
if you're looking for your next self challenge,
So
no further than Knockwood
if and when I do win trophies from disc golf, I'm thinking about putting them like in between, like here, like all the way down this way, all the way up and down this way.
Yes, that's right.
Cause I have one and I got second place.
So you want to play a couple of shots down these fairways and into the basket. Tough hole. Going in at the third hardest.
The third hardest hole is the first hole of this. So, am I excited? No. Hope you have a great and wonderful night. Hugs and kisses from me. And then to you. Hopefully you and her have a wonderful night. Stay safe. Keep your head up tomorrow. Much love. I appreciate it.
I'm surprised it wasn't rated higher.
This is looking ideal. This is
Absolutely crushed in an ideal spot. Getting a nice little roll down. Perfect.
At 17 under par. From Tulsa, James Owen.
James,
Dude, I don't even know. I need to work on this. Oh my god. What the fuck did you throw, by the way?
this is looking ideal. In 73 rated round two at Blackhawk.
when in the conditions they were playing in, I'm surprised it wasn't rated higher, but
This is looking ideal. This is
absolutely crushed in an ideal spot. Getting a nice little roll down. Perfect.
At 17 under par. From Tulsa, James Owen.
James is going to be looking to make a push today as this is the final round of the tournament. See how he opens up with the first shot. Making a little left, but
he gets squeaky to that left side, and if it does, it's going to make the corner plus some. That is a great spot to be in as well.
Third on the tee at 15 under par. From Texas,
guys are making this gap look massive, and I promise you, it is anything but. Yeah, in a slightly less ideal spot, but I'm still going to be able to get under that.
That is insane.
And rounding out your lead car, F14 under par. From Highland Village, Texas, Elijah Cleary.
This is my first time getting a look at Elijah Cleary here. Excited to see what his game is all about and seeing how he dices up post-oak today.
I am as well.
Taking the James Owens intended line, but
Getting a couple tree kicks and ending up in what appears to be a decently fortunate spot. I mean, having even this, he's a little tight off, but you can find some real trouble in that left side rough.
yeah, and he's just going to do me pitching up, get a little bit of extra distance to, salvage a par out of this.
This is likely a layup play.
I think he was going for it. I mean, this is final round. I think we're going to be seeing some amazing shots in this coverage.
I'm excited. I hope we get to see some awesome ones.
The thing with this is, like, you got to kind of put it in the air to have time to bend around everything. Just like this. This is what GT didn't do.
Oh my gosh,
That
that
is
was
the issue
throwing
with
it.
it. Yeah, that's the issue with it, because that does actually slope downhill past the basket.
Yeah, pretty significant, me too.
And then look at this. I mean, that's insane.
Jesus Christ,
Literally
Mike
what
Bell.
Matt Bell excels in too. That just nice little layup.
Fucking
Nose
insane.
up into the green.
Like, I knew he was well past the
The Matt Bell's got a
but to me,
crazy
like,
ass fucking.
putting up there for an eagle opportunity.
Hitting off the band. I mean, showing signs of confidence, really. That's good.
It's outside the circle.
That would be
Look
his
here for James
second.
Owens. If he's gonna
This
make
would
a
be his
push, he
third.
needs to be hitting putts like this, and he leaves it short. Not what you want to do when the leader's going to be taking a stroke on you.
Tapping in a par for GT there.
So you
No
got
damage
4.
done.
You'd be down,
And I didn't
You
see
make
the,
this,
difficulty of hole
which
one,
is
but
easy for
third
you.
hardest. It is the third hardest. Okay, so yeah, Matt Bell getting strokes not only on
Here's-
the but on.
Now you got a birdie on that one, which is 1 under
Taking a
par.
par on this hole is fine.
Everyone else
but
got par.
when you have the leader that's asserting dominance, birdieing
Damn.
it. Yeah, that's tough intimidator factor right there. Getting into hole 2, it's a par 4, 440 feet. Plays up this
I'm
hill,
gonna
you
be
wanna go
thrown this way,
forehand,
and I'm guaranteed
have
they're
it
gonna be
finish
throwing this way.
before the grouping of
And I
trees
wanna
is
see what the
shown
fuck
just
Matt Bell would
past
do.
or a little bit past him. Just anything that gives you an open look for another shot. Depending on where you're at, mainly you want to have like a backhand. If you have to throw a forehand, then that means you're not in a good spot for your second.
Yeah, you would throw my way. You're gonna throw right there.
Matt
How much
Bell,
wanna fucking bet?
underrated forehand pushing
No.
riser. That is the ideal gap that you want to hit for like the short pin, as you can see there. That's
Such an interesting form. He hikes his right leg up as he throws.
whatever works, it works.
And James in a less than ideal spot. You want to get a little bit further past that tree line, but he should have something to work with from there.
I wonder if the nerves are kicking in, being 4 back to start the final round. This is going to need some skip action here. Kind of a straight skip, honestly. He'll be able to salvage some sort of look to try to get a birdie.
That looked great.
With forehand from Elijah Cleary, and just an unfortunate kickback. That's the grouping of trees that you want to just be around of. So as you can see, you got to throw the forehand, but the issue with the forehand is that it just pushes into this rough. So most of the times if you're having to throw a forehand for your upshot, then you didn't do a successful job of getting yourself in line.
I wonder if that was the gap he was going for. If so, that is awesome.
Yeah, that
Wow.
looked very spicy from Elijah there. GT, see, that's the issue with the forehand. I much prefer the backhand turnover if you have it, but if your option is only to throw the forehand, that is the issue with it.
Yeah.
Turn a little bit for the man.
Given the
And
body language to get the turn, getting himself in range for yet another birdie.
here we go. Thing that gives you an open look if you have Matt Bell showing his underrated forehand, pushing Heiser. That is the ideal. Matt Bell showing his underrated forehand, pushing Heiser. Matt Bell showing his underrated forehand, push.
Matt's underrated forehand, pushing hyzer. That is the ideal gap that you want to hit for like the short pin, as you can see there. That's
Such an interesting form. Like hikes his right leg.
very spicy from Elijah there. GT, see that's the issue with the forehand. I much prefer the backhand turnover if you have it, but if your option is only to throw the forehand, that is the issue with it.
Yeah.
Turn a little bit for the man.
Giving the body language to get the turn, getting himself in range for yet another birdie.
I feel like
Here
you
we
could
go.
do something with that though. So that's
He's
the only
looking
way I
to
throw.
take
Get in
strokes
there.
and clear the field even more.
He's looking to wrap this thing up pretty early to have 5 strokes on the next competitor behind him to start out.
Get in there.
Oh, once again. GT just off of tagging that birdie.
So this would be 3. This is what I want to do. Oh!
Pattern-wise, a little nervy.
I don't know if it was nervy or just. I just feel like it would be hard to be that nervy with a 4-stroke lead. Maybe got a little ahead of himself thinking, if I
Yeah.
birdie this, I'm 5 up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little stress free.
Yeah.
And
Shout out to Elijah.
Yeah.
Though. Only birdie on the card.
Yeah.
puts him
Very good stuff.
6 back and tied with GT now. So this could be anybody's round if we're seeing putts miss from that kind of range. This whole sponsor is brought to you by Dr. Christie.
The second hardest. Obviously, you can see we're getting some of the harder holes out of the way early, but you're going to play a long, straight, slight fade shot where that basket was on the left. And then you're going to be playing up from there to this basket that's tucked in just a little to the left off the fairway. It's going to be very interesting to see how these guys play. This is a tough hole.
Yeah, and kind of what I said in round 2, back 9 coverage for hole 17 at Black. This is the par 4 in Tulsa that I feel like might be in the front runner
Good kick.
for best par 4s in Tulsa.
That honestly still might be a fortunate kick. Like, to be where he was going to be.
I can't
and
do
get where
these,
he is
so I
now,
would have to
that's probably a good thing. Pat's playing rough
Anheuser
with Matt,
this.
finding himself in the left rough, and if you know anything about this course, there is a disc method in some of those trees.
There is, and this is the Strider here from James, and I've seen him throw this shot multiple times. I've seen him by the fire hydrants, but put one in play, that's all you want.
And last, we got GT here. This is also leaking a little right. Part of what makes it so hard is because it's so downhill, and with the fact that you need it to fade left, you just typically don't want to do that when you're throwing downhill.
And you don't want it to fade hard left, or otherwise you're taking yourself out of opportunity to throw your second shot to get a look for birdie. We're going to see a couple of these guys scrambling. I'm curious to see if Elijah's going to take this inside gap of that tree and then just hyzer flip, because it got a little bit of turn on it. No, but the tree limb kicked him just enough.
Wow, this got all the way up there.
Yeah,
that
that's
fought through everything.
that's
Wow.
high. That's an amazing shot from Elijah there. James in the ideal spot. Looks like he's going with.
Oh my God.
I think that's either his MD3 or FD. He's just outside the circle. He's
Wow.
gonna be looking to, he's gonna be looking to hit that putt to get a stroke back on that.
And with where he's at, he's going to need to make that putt.
That's less than ideal of a pitch out because that leaves him on the left side. So he's gonna have to. GT's gonna have to go with some sort of forehand scramble from there.
Matt also.
Damn, Matt.
This could be bogey. He didn't get it all the way there, and that was his third. GT showing that he can still throw the forehand, and just like Elijah, just getting through everything, he's going to have a putt as well. Not from the area you want, but he has one. Looks like Matt is just going to pitch up for his bogey.
I think he gave that a soft there. That had a little stank on it. This is GT for his par.
Can't quite get it. It's tough. Uphill putt.
It's a big putt from James here to get a stroke back on Matt. He does with the fist
Good
pump. He
hit.
knows that that's huge because he's gaining 2
Yeah, it
strokes on the
is.
leader there.
Get in there.
Terrible from Elijah.
Could be nerves.
Yeah, don't know how many feature cards he's played on at an A tier.
But that one was zippy, so maybe not.
Maybe just he's one of those guys that has a zippy putt and lefty stats all ready to start.
He's 100% lefty on this tournament.
I like, pitching left putts every now and then, but doing it in an A tier is wild.
Getting the disc and deals double take from James. Lone birdie.
Yeah.
This bump there. Interesting.
How did you do that?
Lone birdie on the hole. Just double take from James. Lone birdie on the hole. Just what he needed, giving him confidence to carry on for the rest of the round. You can see that fist bump there. Interesting stuff coming. I imagine. They're saying thank you to our sponsor for this segment of Full Stage Payments. Some of the
This hole. And this one's a tricky trickster. So you're going from out in the open into the woods. I personally have not played on the card where I've seen a birdie on this hole. So it playing as the seventh hardest, I can see it playing like that. But you just want to take your straightest flying disc, or you can go over the top of the trees. And that's what it looks like James is doing. Yeah. If you've got the power, that's the play.
see if we can see it come down. It looks like it's up there on the right side of the screen, I'd imagine.
I have no idea. Looks like Elijah's
also
playing for
opting.
the top.
Doesn't look like he had the distance to get it over there, though.
That's the issue with that, and he's fortunate to actually kick left side over there to where he still has an opening. This is
Get in there. Get in there, Matt.
Matt getting everything on it that you need.
Imagine he's probably throwing one of his thought space constructs there.
GT also taking a lower line.
That's still fine. Yeah, you're not gonna get a birdie from there, but you're also not gonna put yourself in danger of taking a bogey.
Yeah, same thing. Elijah's just getting himself up and down for the par. GT looking to do the same. Needs to slow down a little bit. Don't get too much of a roll yet. That'll be just fine.
Then I don't know if that was James. Yep, that was James. So he got pin high, just a little in the rough.
Yeah.
It's a huge putt from Matt
Oh.
to get that stroke. Or he actually lost 2 strokes. James on the
Still
previous one,
par.
get one of those back would have been
Holy
ideal
shit.
there. He is a 2-finger on the rim kind of putter. That's very unique. I've never seen that before.
Yeah. And these guys are going to be tapping out their par, so as you can see, pretty difficult hole.
Big shout out to Tim Davis on the bag for James Owens. Did not even notice that.
Yet another lefty stab. We're seeing these lefties go in left and right.
Yes.
Progress doesn't stand still. Everything. Secrecy. We're going to be going slightly uphill, and then it bends off to the left. And it's going to be going slightly downhill, so it makes it a little bit of a tricky hole. So, guys, as it's coming in as the second easiest, I imagine that has something to do with the distance and it being a par 4, but we'll see how they do.
Yeah, this hole, it's just pretty much hit this initial gap on the right. You don't even need to get a bunch of distance, but more distance, as usual, will make things a whole lot easier. You can take a mid-range and throw it 2 times under 10 feet, you're under the basket.
It's true.
I know how to do math a little bit. Even hitting that cluster of trees
Yeah,
from
you can get up
Elijah,
and down from
you can
there.
still salvage a birdie. It is a pretty soft par 4. As we see Matt Bell taking the hyzer line. I mean, just count it good.
Oh
if
my
it requires
goodness.
a hyzer off the
He can jump putt from there,
Yeah.
possibly. These guys just chopping this hole up, making it look extremely easy. Yeah, even with where Elijah is.
still a straight shot at it.
Yeah, just a little bit, something that fades a little bit. This is going to be in a good spot, I think. Yeah, I mean,
He's gonna have that tree in his way on the putt, but see what he's just left of it or just right of it. It's a little high for my liking, but that tree is quite the receiver because it caught it and dropped it.
yeah.
Though, would that make a good receiver? That would make a bad receiver.
Yeah, I guess so.
You gotta drop it and catch it, or not drop it and catch it. I know sports, ladies and gentlemen, I do. What I do not like is seeing that disc
Almost go out of bounds.
For how many rocks there are on this green, I'm surprised that it was able to, navigate through all of them and not stop.
So like I said, he could jump on this if he wanted to. That is an incredible drive. Hitting off the pole, tapping in birdie.
Okay, Okay, so he is just right of the tree, so yeah, he's got a putt. Yeah,
He's good
he
for it.
knows in the whole way.
That is awesome.
Radio whispers, bass real deep.
James again.
That is fortunate to not roll away there, because that's very likely to happen.
100%. I know he had some cabbage to probably putt over, and it's one of those putts where you put it in the air and you're like, I did it. I actually made the putt.
And then it just hits the cage, bounces up like a trampoline, and you find yourself in not so fun scenario.
We have a double take here for Elijah Cleary. Just a perfect, no wobble, spinny little putt. That double take is brought to you by Blue
was a
Sage
good one.
Payments. This whole sponsor is brought to you by Wichita. Free 280 feet, playing is the 9th easiest hole. There's a couple different ways you can play this, although I've never understood the over-the-top play, because I always feel like it just puts you in the rough on the right. Ideal shot is take a putter or mid that has a little bit of turn to it late, and it's going to put you under the basket.
Or you can go forehand. It is an option as well, though it doesn't fade hard enough to, require it.
Although it does when it hits that tree.
Yeah, or puts them underneath the basket. The second forehand,
Even that, they'll go with the forehand?
very interesting.
Huh. I figured he would have just threw his Pathfinder flat and just let the disc do the work for him.
And here we're going to look at the over-the-top play from GT.
Yeah, that's just going to crash down left of the basket if it doesn't hit anything late, or it misses completely everything, and he's actually well past the basket.
Yeah, it's going to be, I'd say it's actually in line with it, but he's going to have those trees in the way.
James opting to go for it, though. I would want to see his forehand on this hole, but that is high in the sky.
That had a better angle on it. Going to be in a better position than GT.
See, is it just me, or is that so much work for, just inside circle putt?
I think it's a little too much. Because, look at this.
Give it to
I just had a feeling. I just had a
Wow.
I sensed it coming.
Radio low, let the silence talk.
Do not get big putted James.
And he does
He's
not.
good for it. Okay, his drive was a lot closer than what it looked like on camera.
Wow, yeah.
Getting 3 birdies and a par here for Matt. Ruining our constellation frame. That's okay. We'll get another one.
Would have loved to see him throw the backhand.
Dude, holy shit. These guys were so good.
Getting another pin down. That's
Sorry, I'm watching, I have a disc golf tournament coming up, and I'm watching people play, like, the actual hole and course of the course I'm playing. So, bear with me, hang in there, vibe out.
first hardest on the course, and for good reason. This plays
Yeah.
extremely uphill,
I'm
extremely downhill,
really in tune with
and
this.
back uphill. As you can see, averaging a stroke and then some over par.
Hopefully you guys' night's going alright.
Just how much of a
Doing good,
is.
staying safe.
Yeah, this was one of the new holes that was put in for this tournament. It's actually
I throw this way, so
hole 7 and 8 of the original layout. And that tee shot, honestly, is about as good as you can ask for. I mean, the camera angle doesn't do this shot justice. This is very uphill.
Very. I'd honestly argue it could be close to like 40 feet of elevation.
100%, because even the short hole played as like 310 feet, and it felt like as James kind of slips there, but
That is a great result for slipping. He should still be okay in that spot to at least get up and down for par.
yeah, I'd imagine that these guys are playing it for par. If you get a birdie on this hole, I mean, you're gaining 2 strokes on the field based on the average over par that it's playing.
GT looking to
Dude,
get
I
down
can't
to the
throw
bottom
it
of
like
the hill
that.
to set himself
I
up
can,
for
but I
his
can't.
third. Leaking a little right, and you definitely can't do that on this hole.
No, not what you want to do. Elijah's actually in a decent spot here. If you can put a little bit of flex on this and just let the hill do its thing, gravity,
Yeah.
pull it on down, and that's a fine spot to be in for your third.
Yeah, you can definitely get your par from there. And that's what these guys are looking to do. Likely. I don't think anybody's thinking birdie on this hole. James is definitely not thinking birdie after that.
Yeah, even from there, that's going to be a tough up and down for the par. Matt's basically in an ideal spot as you can be, and this is gonna land in that like Rocky Creek area that kind of like separates.
This is going to be interesting if this works out. Yeah, I don't know that you can do much else from over there. It's so tight. The wood line is just so thick.
It's either pitching out directly behind you or going for it, and you know what these guys eating.
Oh, I thought you were gonna miss it.
It's that limb there. That's smelling bogey.
I'm already getting out. And I don't think he even cleared the rest of the woods. I think he's still in it.
Looks like he wanted to do a little course maintenance there. Elijah's just playing this one to perfection for the par. I mean, that's another ideal landing zone for his
He's got to be thinking that Matt is thinking birdie here.
This also is way uphill. No way.
Get past it.
Up there. That's gonna be a long look for birdie, man.
That's pretty much as good as you can do given his condition, like having to take it from a knee. I have to imagine he could have gotten up and down. James, fortunate to end up where he is, but I imagine he could have gotten up if he was in a better position. Interestingly enough, he's played in the rough far enough that he can kind of get a look at the basket.
Yeah, this hole is showing why it is the hardest on the course, because it is just, a monster of a hole, and once it gets putting out, that is incredible by Elijah.
Elijah's awesome, man. He's just playing
Dude,
incredible.
this is crazy.
Yeah, that's, getting a par on this one.
Get in there.
Again, you're getting a full stroke on the field when you
Dude.
just par this hole. Got a long look here for Matt or the bird.
It didn't look like it looked like he gave it like a soft bend, but that looked like more like a throw.
Yeah.
Than a putt.
We're seeing every shot out of the arsenal of GT Hancock here. I think he's throwing this is like a pancake. Yeah. Hey, you like to throw those on the channel there from time to time. I have seen you ace a hole throwing that shot.
It's pretty fun. James taking the bogey.
Matt with the par, GT with the double. Very easy to do on this hole.
As you guys can see, they're playing the hole stats to perfection, slightly over one stroke over par.
And I wish we could shout someone out for the birdie for that tournament, but
These are
did not
insane.
get birdied one time. Yeah, don't go in the woods, folks.
Insane
Indeed,
shots.
and you do not want to go into the woods on this one. Hole 8, par 4, 475 feet, playing as the 8th easiest. This is one that these guys, if you have the power, they're licking their chops right now at an eagle opportunity. Really, the only danger on this hole is finding OB water on the left, and you don't want to kick.
That's what I'm saying. I'm thinking
I'm
about
interested
that.
to see who
So
goes for it,
throw
who's
like
laying up,
that.
because there is OB all along the left side.
I have to imagine all these guys are going to be playing more of the layup play, even though this is the final round and they do need to get aggressive.
That's the issue with the layup play. Like, the OB comes up kind of sneaky, so the layup play is not guaranteed. But it is with the assist of a tree there for Matt Bell.
I am interested that it is interesting that Matt did that and then James didn't go for it. But, they're going to play their game. They're going to do it. GT's going for it.
Yeah, this is a destroyer here from GT. He's looking to Heiser flip that up, and that is a flippy destroyer, perfect for this hole. That is an opportunity.
It had just enough on it. It needed to come out of it. It would have been incredible. It's still in range.
And then this is how you play this hole if you're wanting to just take your birdie and get out of dodge. Just a layup play, forehand. That was
Unfortunate roll there. He's gonna have a little bit of a tough putt, I imagine.
ground soft enough to where it can just sit and dig, but it doesn't. Pushing this pine back here is very annoying because it's just so thick, even in the fall. And putting out of there can be extremely annoying, especially when it's basically inside the circle. So having it inside the circle putt, but also putting inside of the tree.
Shout out to our eagle look here from GT.
Yeah, can't be mad at it.
Yeah, he had every bit of one on the drive. I think if he got it a little less turn. Yeah, like you said, it's very thick in there, and he's going from basically one to the other.
Yeah, and the strokes are starting to pile up for Elijah on this hole.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, that was for the bogey, unfortunately.
James tapping out an easy birdie.
In my house. Why? Because they really work.
Matt Bell really taking his time on this one. Give it that little pop.
Good
You know, can't
job.
afford to let James grab another stroke on him. It's a good job there by Matt.
Yeah, taking the double. Unfortunate OB stroke to start the hole. Playing from rough to rough, essentially.
Yeah, it's a total of 3 strokes, and GT gets one back on him to tie back up with Elijah.
Hole 9 is going to be 380 feet, par 3. Coming in at the 5th hardest, it's going to be playing to the left here, and then it bends back to the right. There is an over-the-top forehand play. You may see some of these guys do if they have a big enough forehand. But can even go backhand over the top.
That's what I was
You
thinking.
see different plays these guys do. The layup play is just a soft little shot to the left. Looks like Matt is going over the top.
Big turnover line here. And that's got the angle and the height. What is the wind doing? Because this could bring OB into play. I don't like that.
Wow, that is unfortunate. I'm surprised he did that.
You know, it's maybe a shot that he's thrown before in a lot of practice rounds. And you know, James was trying to go over the top on this one, and he makes a mistake and almost takes out 2 cars.
Wow, two OB strokes in that way is very interesting.
Now this kind of opens up the door for GT and Elijah. Like, okay,
These guys are.
what's going on here?
Wow,
Is that OB or is that safe?
that might be. That's going to be a tricky call. It looks like they called it OB.
Called it OB. Yeah, I didn't see it touching any green grass there.
3 OB strokes on this hole is not something you see very often.
No, especially
The wind must have been doing some real funky things for them to carry the disc that far.
seeing Elijah just threw a forehand hyzer, and he's, you know, just outside the circle putting for birdie. Yeah, I'm very curious to see what the wind circle put would be.
3 OB strokes on
An OB. Yeah, I didn't see it touching any green grass there.
3 OB strokes on this hole is not something you see very often.
No, especially
The wind must have been doing some real funky things for them to carry the disc
You know,
that far.
holograph.
seeing Elijah just threw a
What's going on?
forehand
What's going on?
hyzer, and he's,
Cheers,
you know,
cheers.
just outside the
I need to take a
circle
hit.
for birdie.
This is
Yeah, I'm very curious to.
this is a crazy, crazy, crazy game.
And that's
Like,
James definitely
what I'm about to go through is insane.
This is an anomaly hole. I'm gonna call it.
yeah, this was they made this one look kind of tough, and Elijah
Dude.
not able to capitalize on the birdie there.
Damn, I would have. Cheers, cheers.
She's got a lot of them. He's pulling a little bit to the right.
Good
That's
job,
a
good hit.
big tester putt there for bogey.
Oh no.
Yeah, I don't know what
I
it
don't
is.
want to see the 3 putt.
Yeah,
He's probably gonna get hit with the Berdogey badge.
I hope not. I feel for the guy, man. The other guys threw OB and they're taking a bogey, and he's doing it with them after having just outside the circle putt. So feeling for Elijah right there. It's just
He didn't get hit with a Berdogey badge, so thankfully that's good.
yes,
Glad to see that he didn't get hit with that.
yeah, free and clear of the Berdogey badge indeed.
But that's going to wrap up the front 9 coverage of the final round. You can see our leader, Matt Bell, putting one down, getting that lead through into the back 9. Zach is putting together a solid front 10. He's kind of catching up to James. But if you want to see the exciting finish to this wonderful tournament,
moments like this could last. Only gold, only fame. So next to me, call my name. Tomorrow bring pain again. Tonight's still mine till the end. I ain't perfect, I admit. But with her here, I'm legit.
If the night never lets us go, I stay right here, driving slow in this smoke, in this sound. I found home when you're around. Two hearts riding slow through the night, cigarette smoke on the street light glow. No words, everything feels right. On the way home, just let it flow. If the road gets dark somehow, hold me close, don't let me down.
Found the back nine. I'm still fucked up. You're not sleeping in my room. What up, Panda? Good to see you, Birdie.
Kids of all the ages, under par. We are tossing.
Hey, I'm other half. I'm very
No.
and
That was a bar.
operators who will be coming up, who did an excellent job, guys, as well as the camera operators who will be coming up, who did an excellent job. Guys have had to play.
Insane. So shout out to those guys.
Starting out with Matt Bell,
He also has some teeth.
to score a little.
Elijah Cleary. I have no doubt he'll correct it. We're getting into hole 10 here, starting with the back nine, par 3, 250 feet, the easiest hole on the course. You have a backhand line down the middle with like a mid-range or a putter, and then you also have the forehand line on the left side. So whichever way these guys are most confident hitting the gap off the tee, that's probably what we're gonna see. Balloons and glow sticks and all in that basket. That's exciting.
Nice little flip up here from Matt. Looks like his Pathfinder, his usual workhorse.
I'm telling you, every time he throws that, it makes me want to go buy a glow Pathfinder
Immediately, yeah.
I do believe this might be the. Not sure what he's throwing there. It looks kind of new, but
I know it's a new video for you guys, but it's not a new round for them, so it's interesting that they decide to turn it on the very next hole.
yeah. And yeah, come on, man, indeed.
GT definitely not happy with the result of that.
Oh, we're seeing the forehand down. That is spicy.
Yeah, that's not a shot you see every day, but that was done to perfection.
Yeah, forehand down the middle gap. I have not seen anybody throw that, but he did it.
GT looking to clean up the rest of the holes so he can tap out a par, and he has done so well.
Yeah, with our
Easy.
leader and co-leader. I guess our guy is first and second currently. With them putting for birdies right here, if GT's going to want to have any say down the stretch, taking a par here while they take a birdie is not the start that he wanted to see for the back nine.
2 birdies for our leaders, keeping themselves within 3 strokes of each other. Elijah also tapping out his birdie with the CTP. Lone par for GT.
He's got a cool cart though.
Definitely.
If you're looking for your next disc golf challenge, look no further.
Feet par 4. This is also a hole that has been modified to make it slightly more difficult for the tournament. Original position was back there on the left and then flew by. It's now pushed up a little bit further and still to the left. Goal is to get a shot up the middle far enough that you can reach the corner and then pitch the rest of the way up to the hole.
This is one of my favorite holes on the course because not only do you have to hit a tight fairway, but you need distance off the tee to set up the second shot here, and this looks ideal.
Yeah, it does. Until it hit the tree. But even then,
It's still a fine, yeah, that is still a fine spot to be in. James taking his Thunderbird here on the hyzer line.
that is even better. That is, I don't think you can throw it into a better, you can't drop it into a better spot.
I've seen him throw that same disc on this hole before, and it just, the consistency is insane. Elijah Cleary was probably looking for this to flip up a little bit more, and early left is not what you want to be on this hole.
Almost auto bogey.
Yeah.
This is an excellent shot from GT here, as long as it misses everything.
And it misses everything indeed, but being up against the tree, being up against that tree is going to have some like tricky footing. And look at this scramble shot by Elijah Cleary.
Wow, it's like he tried.
I will just shut my mouth. I thought he was in danger.
Matt, gonna be left away ways out. So this is the door opening for James. We'll see if he can capitalize in a moment.
He's not as close up to the tree as I originally thought. He had a little pad penny. If this gets any kind of ground play, awesome shot from GT there.
Yeah, looking to tap in a birdie.
Elijah still has a little work here to do, but getting a par now after that scramble shot.
Yeah, I mean,
It's looking ideal.
we don't know what we're talking about. There's no danger on the left.
I've been on the left plenty of times, Jacob, but it is. There's nothing over there, so that was just an insane shot by Elijah. Oh, the limmy limbs.
Yeah, that looked good.
You know, running a putt, knowing that James is looking at a birdie.
Oh,
No, that's the. Yeah.
Wow. That's the second time that's happened this round where we're seeing a birdie on one end, and unfortunately,
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it hurts.
happened earlier as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, Matt Bell continues to open up the door to let James back in. Still has a stroke lead on him, and the back nine is a lot easier than the front nine.
Yeah, like I said, second two-stroke swing. For whatever reason, Doug happens to have it in a par, but no, bogey again. So yeah, unfortunate stuff.
Yep, two-stroke swing there. Getting into hole 12, par 3, 315 feet. Playing as the fourth hardest hole of the course. There's a couple different ways that you can play this one. I know some people like to go with like a flex shot with like an overstable fairway. I have seen people just throw in mid-range as straight as they can, and it ends up working. I personally like the flex backhand line with something overstable because it shapes perfectly around these trees, just like that.
Why wouldn't you be? That is absolutely parked.
I believe that right there was his PD. This thing had some snapper Rooney on it, going with the hyzer line. And the hyzer line is there, but it is very tight.
Yeah, and Jesus is getting some really unfortunate breaks this round, it seems. This looks good. Can it carry?
Skip up that hill for Elijah. There we go. See, sometimes you just throw a straight shot. You don't have to put any angle on it. You're left with that.
You know, they said fourth hardest, and these guys are absolutely shredding.
That is an amazing response after the shot that James just threw. That is why Matt Bell is showing he is on the Pro Tour.
And in the lead.
Yes, indeed. There's a good putt there from Elijah Cleary. Bring that confidence back in to finish out the back nine.
And these guys showing you exactly how to play the hole.
And you know James is clapping his hands there because this tee shot is not easy to hit, though those guys made it look easy. That's 3 in a row to start the back nine for James there.
This
Those
Smith run
yes.
and then it bends off to the right. Anything before the road, I believe, is OB, so you got to get past that. Otherwise, you're going to be playing from the drop zone, coming in at the fourth hardest.
Let's talk about how to repair sensitivity with new sensitive.
Yeah, this hole you don't want to be cute on. You just want to go forehand.
Yep.
It doesn't look like there's OB long that I saw, so
Go for it.
worst case scenario, just juice it. Just make sure you don't come up short.
Uh-oh. This
It's
one,
gonna get some ground play. Okay, it does, and he knows it.
he's like, whoa, got away with one
He's
there.
like, you know what? Sue me, okay? If anything, he took the tighter, most challenging gap. So big shout out to him. This has got to. Okay.
It looks like it's tight on the camera, but I think these guys are putting it well past it.
I just thought it was gonna hit the gravel, and I have seen the rocks just kind of like catch it.
Yes,
Not let it do its thing.
Yeah, GT getting on this one. Looks like he's probably going to be closest. Yeah.
Fortunate enough to hit all that stuff and have one of the most awkward run-ups you'll ever see.
It'd be just like him this round.
I'm doing good, bro. I'm
Glad to see
doing
that
good.
too.
I can't complain, man.
He beat the grouping of trees
Chilling.
that come into
Just
play
trying to focus on
on
this
intro screen
tournament,
here.
man.
James
It's,
is also this Luna.
Getting himself
It's gonna
as close
bug
as he
me.
can.
There's some like
Pressure
really
on Matt.
big people there. Specifically one person that I'm watching, maybe even a couple
Quite a
more.
battle between James and Matt here. Very exciting to watch.
Yeah.
If you guys are enjoying, be sure that you subscribe to see more of this stuff.
And if Matt Bell plays, he'll
Yeah, I feel like
They'll
what
see
it's
me
gonna come
play.
down to is a putt off on the back nine between Matt and James.
And I would not want to be James. Okay, maybe I would want to be James in this situation, but knowing
Damn,
Matt's
Matt.
putting, I would
But I'm
not
doing good. I'm
want to
doing
be
good,
James.
bro.
Well,
I can't
now that
can't
James has a
complain.
tap in,
How are
he
you
is
guys? How are
tied
you,
all
Panda?
up with Matt.
How
Who
do you
at one point
do?
did have a 4-stroke lead. Could have made it 5 after hole 2 on the front nine. And yeah,
Seeing some struggles.
perfect back nine so far from James there. Getting into hole 14, par 4, 660 feet. Another hole that they altered a little bit for this one. As you can see, the short tee pad there, which I don't know what basket that was ever for. This one does play a little uphill off the tee. Just want to get into the second fairway, and then from the short tee pad, you want to go hyzer above it, get a shot into the green.
And shout out to the guys that put in the effort to really clean this course up. It was in pretty rough conditions, and you guys are getting to see it in some of the best conditions, even with all the rain that we got. The landscape work that was done, I want to give a huge shout out to everyone that got involved as we continue to watch these shots, because that wouldn't be possible.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's been very, very cool.
Hell yeah. You got the phone?
100%.
Question mark? Question mark?
That is a very fortunate kick, because you can still birdie from that range. I thought that was going to push too straight into the rough.
Oh
Just a
shit.
layup hyzer here from Matt.
Yeah,
all you really need here. Yeah, you don't need any more than that. That's perfect.
Now, this is what I'm
Hell
interested
yeah,
to
bro.
watch is the
Hell
upshots
yeah.
to get to the green.
Okay, going high.
Yeah, because you can go high, or you can skip it in there. If you go high, you just need to make sure it's further left, because that little cluster of trees collects them.
And then that's going to be a tough putt. You guys will see in a moment.
I like this right here. I do like the hyzer into the green. There's less stuff to miss, and
If you get on the backside, you have nothing in your way.
yeah, 100%. And it's the over the top play. I get it with these guys' arm talent.
I think also in James' case, he's a little cut off from doing the skip play more so than GT was. Like I said, he got that fortunate kick, and I mean, he's next to the basket. So
Yeah.
what's wrong with that?
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. We're just not them, so it's we look at those the skip shot. See, that's the play I like, but
It's unfortunate. He was he was also kind of tied off on that left side. You need to be on the right more. Almost window. Yeah, he did have a window.
And then Matt's.
Oh no, you have to
hitting
make
the
that.
putts when they count.
We're about to see a new leader for the first time in 1.5 rounds.
Yeah, still perfect on the back nine, and that is called putting pressure on. Okay, he thought that might have bounced back out there. But back to James, that is putting pressure on the leader there, starting the back nine. 5 for 5.
Incredible stuff. Getting into hole 15 is going to be 280 feet. Coming in on the harder side, that's very interesting. It's a pretty straightforward shot, just very uphill to this basket that is perched
Yeah, I'm
on
thinking
the
of aim right
side
there.
of the hill. Just gotta beat
I'll
a
let
couple
you
trees
know
and
when
you're
I got my
usually
second
in
shot up.
business.
Hell yeah, and I'm gonna
Yeah,
immediately
it's
subscribe.
hardest, so it's on the easier side of the hardest, I guess.
Immediately subscribe.
This looks ideal. Oh no, and that's the unfortunate thing. If you gotta throw it high, but if you throw it too high, you find the limbs.
Yeah, if I had the forehand. The forehand is the play that I'd be doing. A little bit more controllable.
I wouldn't do that. I would have got
That's
that.
the forehand miss right there. Is that
I would
tree
throw
on the
it
left.
right there,
2 forehands so far. Looks like most players are opting
or
for
even
that.
there.
Well, give a little skip there.
I am impressed, man. He is doing some awesome stuff. For my first time seeing him on coverage, it's really cool.
Then we got Matt going back to that Pathfinder. Get off that tree there.
Like he just throws that thing everywhere.
That's going to give him a look, and that's going to put pressure on James here. Oh, we got,
Are we opting for a throw?
yes, tally mark. Give us the tally mark, GT, that we all need. Okay.
And that's the danger of doing that, you know.
Is that thing going to just keep getting legs and go?
It sounded like GT was calling for it to continue to go.
Yeah, I understand, man. Like, you got to get birdies now or never, so I don't blame him. Just throw it in.
Yeah, it's the last. Now is the time to move.
a circle 2 look here for James.
And he's good for it. Oh no. No way. That was in the whole way.
Oh, I know it was.
That is no deal indeed. Oh my god.
Whoa.
I have not seen a spin through that on the disc catcher before.
Whoa.
In such a condition too, man. You know, you're
Whoa.
now tied back up with the leader because
That
the basket
hurt.
decided not to catch
That's
your putt.
That's
fucked.
why I feel like sometimes the baskets are kind of on
Damn,
the Vegas
bro.
books here, man. You know, it's a tight game, and you have a basket that dead center. And yeah, we're going to see a real deal here by Elijah Cleary, taking an ideal forehand line.
I think we all need to get that putt out of our heads, so I'm glad we got to see this shot again. Incredible stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
beautiful.
that busted out of my head. That was absolutely dirty. I've never
Beautiful.
seen that on a disc catcher.
Hole 16.
Yeah, I'm thinking about going back.
Par
I need to
three.
know who throws this.
Just like the last hole was uphill, this one is straight downhill. Also going to be one of the harder holes, but on the easier side of the harder holes. So these guys are just looking to get themselves as close as they can and hopefully not get a spit out.
That is very true. Yeah, and there's a bunch of different ways to play this. He's playing the forehand line. That's a very overstable disc. I thought it was going to have a little bit more glide to it because it looks a little inside. This is what you want to do.
Yeah.
Is swing it out wide and let it crash in.
Yeah.
I don't know if it
I don't
crashed in
know
or
that
not.
it came back in.
Yeah. Got James here going with the Luna. Backhand turnover is also a good play. It's just got to miss that tree right there, and it does.
And he's going to have himself a putt. He's going to have a tree maybe in his way, but
Here we go. This is what I like to see. GT going with the backhand line. That little window right there, you hit that gap. Most of the times it's going to do great things for you.
little left on that one, but, you know, still going to have a putt from over there. Looks like this is Matt.
Yeah, so he didn't get over all the stuff there on the left.
Get in there.
Oh my gosh. He was trying to put the pressure on James with that one.
Whoa.
Wow.
Whoa,
Yeah,
whoa, whoa,
there's
whoa,
nothing you can
whoa.
do. Like,
It's one of those rounds. GT knows
That
what
was
kind of a
gonna be
player he
big.
is, and unfortunately, he's just getting some pretty bad
Good
plays.
hit.
You know, good to save the bogey there. Or
Holy
actually, it looks like
shit.
it was a par score error there, but either way, it was a good way to get that putt in the basket.
yeah, he's still putting phenomenal.
That one, he kept his eyes on it and saw it. He was ready to see that one go in. And it's really unfortunate because he's played it near perfect back nine other than the spin through.
Which I've never seen done before, and
There's another one of those putts from Elijah, man. If he was draining those, he would actually be in the conversation right now.
I think he would be. And it's just you know, as cliche as it is, he's kind of got that kind of kink in his arm when he's releasing it in the basket. You just need to flatten that thing out and let the confident stroke bring it in.
Getting a disc and deals done.
Great. Shout out to
Limited. Your
Come on
one-stop
now.
shop for any disc you might need.
hole 17, par 4,
That's what I'm
630
thinking,
feet.
this line.
This one has been altered as well for the Oklahoma Open, but I actually really like this hole. You got OB on the road and beyond. So there is a possibility of going for eagle or having an eagle look because it is slightly downhill, but I imagine forehand is what we want to do. And oh no, is that going into the pine?
Looks
Yeah.
like we're getting it. So we have James at 24, Matt at 23, and Ash at 22. Putting together a very solid round to make a charge.
Yeah, he is cooking 9 down. He is a hole ahead. So he's probably finishing up hole 18 as we speak right now. Is this a roller?
Looks like he's putting down a mean roller. That better not go into that or he is going to be in trouble. That is not good.
So we joined James as well, and that thing, it's hard to get into there. I've thrown a couple discs myself in there, and yeah, army crawl to make any kind of
This
penetration through there.
is absolutely boosted. That is at least 500 feet.
Dude,
That was launched.
I didn't know he had it like that, honestly.
I knew he had it like that, but I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
So that was awesome.
That's got to pan out now.
Oh,
From rough
You
to
okay?
rough.
It's falling apart. James took a stroke on
Okay.
the last hole. He
Come here.
needed to play this one a little bit closer.
How is James on
The edge of that?
the right side?
Fortunate, I guess.
Baby.
Maybe it fought through underneath. Either way, put himself in a position to get a birdie.
I wish there was a camera in that pine to know how exactly he got
Get the
there.
60 camera.
Enough of that. Let's see if we can see our eagle on the hole.
Love
Put
you,
it underneath the
baby.
basket, though.
It's a tap in birdie, and we'll take those because any strokes is movement on the leaderboard, and movement on the leaderboard means more money. Desi, oh my gosh!
Matt Bell, what the
Put the
fuck
pressure
did you
on
just do?
James.
Wow, what in the heck?
We knew he was good for them, but to see that go in is awesome.
Sorry, boo boo.
Yeah. Probably put a little bit of pressure on him on that putt. It's just too close for James to miss, but man,
If I saw that I was any further away than James, I'd be real nervous.
I'd be like,
And again, James
I
almost
need a
perfect on the
boo-boo.
back nine. Gotta call a shout out to that spit out
Love you.
and star frame
Love you,
on this hole,
honey.
which is awesome stuff.
something tells me indeed it's coming a double take. I did want to see this again. Just an anti-spitter. You know, he is good friends with Greg Barsby.
They probably taught each other.
100%. That was
Gotcha.
nasty.
That was so good. And thank you again to Presage Payment.
This whole sponsor is brought to you by Just Send It Disc Dies. Don't miss your opportunity to get one of the most unique disc dies in the game. Visit justsenditdiscdies.com for info.
Getting into the final hole here, 220 feet. Nice little short hole to round it out. I find that it can probably be difficult to just play the long hole. Now you gotta play a short one. Gonna be an island hole. All the water surrounding OB. On the bridge, OB. So gotta make yourself a nice position on the island to tap in your final birdie.
And we got Zach Nash finishing his round at 8 down. He's out of contention, so it comes down to James just needing to stick the island. And I, for one, I am a fan of all the changes that they made on this course. But if they're doing this next year, something's got to be done for 18.
Yeah, I mean, it needs to be a little bit further. You have a little bit more pressure. Push it back 80 feet.
I feel like it just takes away from like an opportunity like this. Like,
Gotta
once
stop
you're
you real quick. This is crucial. Matt has to throw this in to force a playoff. Does not look like it has it. That's gonna fight
Heiser got
left.
too much.
And he's gone. OB.
Yeah,
It's
and
over.
it's a fun ace hole opportunity, but it's not that whole 18 that you want to see for an A tier. You know, a hole like this would be awesome if it wasn't hole 18.
Yeah.
But I just had to kind of like speak my mind about this hole as I see Matt going from the drop zone.
I do want to see it push back about 80 feet or so. I think it'd be an incredible finishing.
Or just totally remove the hole and figure out a new hole 18, or push it back, make it 4. I do like the idea of an island, but you know, these guys are pros and some of the best local talent in the area, and to give them a 220-foot hole 18 to end an A tier on is just kind of just brings the vibes down a little bit. You know what I mean?
Just a little bit. Elijah finishing out his round 6 on the back 9. Impressive stuff. And here we go. The story we've all been waiting for. James Owens finishing as first place in Oklahoma Open.
And for the first time in a while, we're seeing a Oklahoman win the Oklahoma Open.
That's exciting stuff.
Everybody, your 2025 under par for 10 Oklahoma Open champion, James Owens.
That's awesome. Shout out to Michael Barr organizing this.
Hey everyone, what is up? I am here with your 2020.
I've used the standard blue chew tablets before, and they work great.
No, I don't. I wouldn't know. Alright, y'all. Last ribeye set. Calling it quits. Love y'all. Have a wonderful night. Wonderful cheers. I love y'all. Most lucky. Peace.